Hello everybody, they call me Muse, and I can't stop playing The Last Era of Nostalgaia. I did in fact play for an extra couple of minutes after the last session of 2 episodes, and I discovered a few things. One of them, you might recall that there was an enemy with a magic pickaxe fairly early into the depths. We ran into them and they destroyed us, and I decided to come back after we'd got a checkpoint. Well, I went back in there, killed them this time, and found out that if we'd actually got past them before, we would have gone straight to another checkpoint, because they led to the piece of loot that we saw from the staging area where the beacon is. It was a memory item, I believe, and if we'd just pressed on a bit more, we could have dropped down into that staging area and got the beacon much earlier than we actually did. So that was cool. That was good to find out, at least. Second thing I did is I strolled over here and I decided, what if we can just drop off from here onto that roof to get that item? And the answer is yes. It cost us a bit of health, but we did manage to get it, and that was a rather large memory item. The third and final thing that I did was notice a message over here, and it drew my attention to a ladder. So before we go further into the depths, let's see what's going on down this ladder, shall we? Might be a shortcut back to part of Allshaft that could have potentially been useful earlier on. But we should probably get it now anyway. Let's see. So it lets us drop down there to get back to the merchant, I guess. And it lets us go up this flight of stairs and open a door that was almost certainly locked from the other side, that leads back into one of the rooms that we were in earlier. So yeah, it's a shortcut back to Allshaft, I guess. And now that we've established that, and now that we've apparently broken the game, hopefully our weapon's going to come back when we get to the top here. There it is. Now we can head back into the depths and through our new shortcut door to something new. Oh yeah, also when I was doing that brief bit of exploration earlier, I got enough XP to get back under 70% equip load. So we're back to mid-roll. So we've got this Freakazoid once again. And on we go. So where do these stairs take us? The upper depths? Or are we just out of the depths altogether? Maybe we're out of the depths. Got a bridge. And yeah, that looks to be the only way. Suddenly, humour.
Perhaps one more interference? Suddenly! Choo-choo!
It's a train. That's not very subtle, narrator. Oh, and we can't follow it into the tunnel. That's a shame. But yeah, we will press on then. We'll ignore that and hopefully no more trains follow. Maybe we'll sprint just to be on the safe side in case he does decide to.
I like trains.
Well, he's having fun. That's the main thing. We're having fun. He's having fun. All is well. Nothing going on there. How does he know what trains are? They don't seem very Nostalgaia. They seem to be a bit... Yeah. Oh, can't sneak across there. That's fine. They seem to be a bit out of place in this world. But I guess echoes of other worlds have been impinging on this one and whatnot. Another sliver. Very good. Maybe that's enough to actually level up our Legionaric again. But we won't go back to the smith just yet. We'll wait until we circle round some more, I guess. Now, that guy isn't exactly in a prime ambushing spot. There are 2 lads over there, though, as well. So yeah, we will just draw him out if we can. Is he going to go and tell those sentries that I'm here? Oh, hello. He's going to try and attack them. He did decent damage. But now that sentry's on the march. To nowhere in particular. And we're in Festivity Row. That's a new area. So yeah, it's all kicking off. Are we going to get... Yeah, we are getting the memory for these. Good. Now, you lads want to come over here and have a go at me, do you? Very well. We'll just let you do your thing and take care of you. And we've got a carriage door. That feels like it might be a shield of some sort. Yeah, 80% stability. So it's a strong, heavy shield. But it's not 100%. Curious. Erasing Chariot's Forgotten Door. Ravaged by pixelization. Speed? Need? So potentially a reference to the Executioner's Chariot from Dark Souls 2. Also just generally a reference to Need for Speed. Now, was there anything in this little direction? Try down. -9 racing. So, yes, we will probably not try down. Even if that little bit there looks like a spot we could potentially land on. I still think we don't want to try down. So what have we got? We've got some stained glass windows. We've got a sign. Looks like tickets? Looks like tickets. So is that a ticket booth? Are we entering into a theme park? Maybe. That's an elevator that will be a shortcut back, I'm sure. Although, no, we can go in, so where would you take us? Okay, you take us to... where exactly? Back to Oarshaft. So you take us to one of the rooms that we couldn't access before. Very well. Whilst we're here, let's go speak to Merchant, I think. Because he did sell a torch. I don't know if that's an actual torch that we can actually use or not.
Ah, my hero!
And there was an item around here. Can we reach it though? No, we'll have to come back later. And falling down there doesn't seem terribly productive. You are almost certainly a problem, so let's just get rid of you. And you as well. What are you guys? Just cannibals. Snacking on everyone. Look at this guy. Had a fancy little garment on. That guy on the other hand was wearing the easy target armor. And this one's got a magic sword of some sort. Now we don't want those two to get too close to one another, so let's... well, we've got two of them anyway. Well, we've got three of them. Jeez.
The emaciated
we're getting gripped.
felt the bite of Nostalgia's hunger. A hunger for memory.
So they're memory vampires. They're actually sucking out my memory. Cheeky buggers. And yeah, we couldn't get 2 hits in and then roll. So now we did. Maybe whilst we're back here we will just burn one of our memory items. That way we can at least get our weapon upgraded a bit. How many of those might we need? Let's go with 6 for now. Yeah, 50 each, I thought so.
No.
So we can hone our weapon. And let's see. Oh, it's 500 we need to get that up again. So there we go, that's our weapon up once more. Now what does it need to level up again? Fragments of tradition, of
If
which
you
we've
find
only got
another
one.
handful, especially with a master smith.
Yep. Thanks, Smith. Right, our friend has moved on. I say friend, I mean the worst thing ever. So, you're not going to summon any more trains for me, are you, narrator? No, good man. At least it's only a short hop and a skip back to where we were. And now this lot are going to do their thing again. And this time, big boy won. And down he goes. So yeah, when I'm fighting multiple enemies, I really need to stick to one hit and then run away. Oh, piss off. Right. And yeah, where possible, just sneak up on the buggers before they can do their leap attack, because it's pretty quick, all told. But yeah, if I can take out this first one, because they're not the strongest things in the world. But their grab attacks will go through my shield. So, do I want to take on them first, or do I want to take on you? Oh, come on. I rolled away from that. Oh, you've just healed yourself as well, you horrible goblin. Give me back my memory. And then they power up once they've gripped you by the look of it. So they're not actually that strong until they've hit you once, and then suddenly, yeah, you get ruined. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to try your best. That's the main thing. He tried his best. So I guess on future runs through I can just sneak past those two lads at least that eat, and if I'm sneaky and quiet I can get up the stairs. Although hopefully it won't come to that because we'll find a beacon nice and soon. Now, beautiful stained glass windows. That seems like a spot where you might find that you've got something to remember. But no, nothing right now. But it's a point of interest. I'm sure that later on I'm going to have something to remember there. Now, which way is forward? Probably up there. But then, maybe it's not. Ah, it's beacon. We chose right. Hooray for us. So what do we need? I'm still getting my butt kicked a lot. So maybe more vitality. It's up to 20 now, which is nice. So this way's got to be progress, right? Yeah. What do you want?
It's you! Changemakers often have good intentions, but they can't control the pain their changes bring, you know? It's a cycle. I don't know about you, but I just want to stop the suffering. Well, I'm a giver like that. The local Great One was not a giver. He devoured Nostalgaia's memories from within the player housing mansion up above. Desperation brings out terrible things in even the best of us. I know you can beat him.
Right. So someone up ahead is scoffing everything. Is that going to be Nom the consumer? Also, is that a Moogle on that stained glass window? Do you have anything else to add, you freak?
I believe in you. I believe...
Well, I don't believe in you. Except that you're a weirdo. Also, I can't seem to hit you now.
Oh,
There we go.
oh, it hurts! Oh, I can take it! Oh.
Okay, nothing new. Just his usual freakishness. So let's have a look. So yeah, that's definitely a Moogle of some sort. And that'll be a character. That seems to be some sort of demon. And then that's someone with a blindfold by the look of it. I'm sure these are references to things, but I'm not sure exactly to what. Ah, right, so we're going to come back through that door later and get back to our beacon. Lovely. Good to know. Now, where's our gilded friend? They're down there. Okay. We'll press on. And we've got another one. I mean, if you guys are just going to be this easy to backstab all the time, then I'm down with that. You, on the other hand, we don't like. So, get dead. And that was an insignificant NPC who's now showing off their emaciated buttholes to the world. Ah! I thought I heard steps from somewhere. But I assumed it was coming from in front of me. But no. Now. It's Nero. You're right, mate.
Oh, my friend, I am a failure. They do not want me. Look at me. They do not want any of us. Nearly heroes are we. The unproven, the unnamed. We follow in the footsteps of the greatest protagonists ever conceived. Why, I wondered, to fail? I now realize. We are only here to confirm our lack of value. It wasn't I who vanquished the darkness in those mines. We both know it. On the balconies above, I faced a foe I could not best. She was fast and filled with conviction. Though I did not recognize her story, she threw me down with the skill of someone whose story should be well known. Lady Sko and I were separated when I charged into the confrontation. Be wary if you go forth. I will stay here to be forgotten. The nothing that I am.
So Nero, with an N, is nearly heroes. That's good to know.
You wish to uplift me?
Yes.
A heroic quest in itself. Its feudal friend. I am no hero.
Shall we give him a shield?
What is that? For me? This is... Thank you. Thank you, fellow hero. We are heroes. We together. Our company defines us, yes. I am the great self-named nameless Nero. As with my title, so too am I the determiner of my actions. Thank you, friend. I shall don this with pride. For was it not I who vanquished the darkness deep within the mines? Ha ha ha!
Well, it was kind of both of us and Sko. It was a team effort, my friend. Don't forget that.
Soon I shall resume my quest. I will be immortalized in the pantheon of heroes. You'll be there too, I think.
Yeah, we'll be tagging along.
Soon you'll be there.
Lovely stuff. So, we've given Nero our shield. Was that a wise move? I don't know. What might we replace it with? I mean, the cultist shield is pretty decent all round. It's got decent stability. Good physical defense. It's better than our first shield, for sure. And it's got rebuff. Is that a different ability to deflect? Yeah, I think it is. So what does that do for us? I'm sure there was a achieve for perform X rebuffs. But I don't know what a rebuff is or how I would trigger it, because it doesn't seem to just trigger off left trigger. Either way, we're now using the cultist shield, which weighs how much? A little less. So we can still mid-roll. And that is where we were earlier, so we're just working our way around the spiral.
The irredeemable Sliver persisted onward, witnessing what Nostalgaia might once have been, and what it had become.
Oh dear. So is that the player mansion up there on the hill? Maybe. Is someone coming down to try and beat us up? Maybe. Also, who are you up there all the way up top? Something to worry about for later, I imagine? Yeah. It's definitely someone on the march. Try patience. I'm seeing that message a lot. I guess it just means you can't go this way at this point. So we've got the memory of a zone boss. That's cool. I heard what sounded like one of those snacky lads. Those memory vampires, I guess. There's someone lurking on that statue of who I presume to be Nom. Right, and it's another of these golden lads. Fantastic. Where are you? There you are. What are you? Some sort of gargoyle? You look pretty awful, all told. Ah, you can grip me as well. Okay. But you're not terribly strong. Right, so the game's trying to teach me not to block so much in this area, I feel. Or at least not to rely fully on blocking. Oh, come on. We saw you coming. We got that swing off way before you landed. Yeah, wind up on these strength weapons. Bit brutal. There we go. So, these flower beds are all very nice. Wait. Now, can we lock onto you? Seems to be a bit of a home on those blades of theirs. They seem to curve slightly. A mild inconvenience. And you've dropped the Brain Piercer. That is definitely a dex or a source weapon. 1500 memory. Well, let's remember it. I know our stats are too low. I just want to remember it because we're not far off getting the next bonus for memory. So, indecipherable runes appeared on mundane objects. And NPCs tried to glitch them by tapping the fabric of the Almighty's design. Glitch exhibited most abominably. The NPC would not properly reset with each cycle. So I guess they were getting stronger every time. They were a banner maiden, I guess. Their recollection betrayed the depth of Nostalgaia's degradation. tortured her with clear memories of each subsequent failed hero. Prior to this mistake, eternal memory had been the preordained dominion of the narrator, the adversary, the spirit of heroism, and we relics alone. Curious. So the wielder of this weapon thought that the glitch might have been a natural process rather than evil. Something that grew out of Nostal Gaia to fight back the Forgotten. Curious indeed. Now, where are you going, Gargoyle friend? You're over there now. You're trying to gob on me, you little shit. Well, have some of that. And now with this nice view over Orshaft Village, it's probably a good time to end this episode. Next time we'll continue working our way through Festival Row and probably get munched on by some more vampires. Thanks for watching, friends.